Well, hello. My name is Dr. Burt Berger. I'm Mental Health Chief at the Milwaukee VA Medical Center. I'm here to tell you about a unique and innovative program to help prevent suicide, especially with veterans. The program is being rolled out in a number of states, and just this year we've started the program in Wisconsin. The main issue we want to talk about is that there are many different ways to consider how to address veteran suicide. Suicides are a serious problem for veterans, and I'm sure you've been trying to think of ways to make a difference, just like we are. So some of the things I know you're doing along with us is getting veterans the benefits and health care they deserve, having a place for them to talk it through, helping them through a crisis, a divorce, job loss, homelessness, among many other things that happen to them. One of the things that we are focusing on at the Governor's Challenge and at the Southeastern Wisconsin Task Force is seeing how we can put a, a little distance between a veteran and their firearm when they're in crisis. So research has shown that when you have decreased access to the means in which you want to die, you're less likely to kill yourself. So there's been a number of studies that have shown that this is possible. So I want to present so here are my slides. And again, my name is Burt Berger, clinical psychologist and chief of mental health at the Milwaukee VA. And I'm also chairperson of the Southeastern Wisconsin Task Force on Veteran Suicide Prevention and member of the Wisconsin Governor's Challenge to Prevent Veteran Suicide. I'm in priority group 3 of the Governor's Challenge, and that's focused on reducing suicide by addressing lethal means, and we're focused on firearm safety and firearm storage. So we're hoping that you can help us make a difference around reducing veteran suicide. So again, talking about this suicide prevention through education for gun shops in the state and safe storage options during a veteran's crisis. So again, firearms are the most lethal means and most common method that veterans use to kill themselves. 70% of veteran suicides are a result of a firearm. So what can we do to reduce the use of firearms in veteran suicide? One idea is let's add an 11th commandment to owning and handling a gun. So we've got the 10 commandments here. Of course, some of you probably have taken the hunter safety course and know these things like I have. You know, the one I always remember is always point the muzzle in a safe direction, no matter if it's loaded or not loaded. So, but let's add this 11th commandment, which is consider temporary off-site storage if a family member may be suicidal. So when there's an emotional crisis, a breakup, job loss, legal problem, or a major change in someone's behavior, like depression, anger, or more drinking that causes concern, storing guns outside the home until the situation improves might save a life. Friends in some police departments, if an officer is called your home to assist, may provide temporary storage. Any firearm retailer can recommend and sell you a secure gun safe or gun lock also. So if you have a gun lock and you're in a crisis, maybe you give the key to that gun lock to a family member or friend until you're ready to handle it again. Putting time and distance between a firearm and a suicidal person can save lives. So that's the new commandment. So where did some of these ideas come? I want to just share quickly. It's a short video about the gun shop project and how it started.
Sure. In 2009, I received a phone call from a friend of mine with whom I worked in the New Hampshire Firearms Safety Coalition, informing me that 3 people in the space of 6 days had purchased firearms at our store and had subsequently taken their lives. I felt at this point I couldn't say no to anything that made some sense because it was such a serious issue to me. And the idea behind the gun shop project was to go around to gun shops in the state of New Hampshire, ask them questions, ask them if they would be willing to participate in a program to hang posters in their shops, give out little suicide awareness cards, and surprisingly, almost 50% of the interviewees agreed to do this. You can be compassionate, care about people, be socially responsible in what you do, and still cater to those law-abiding people who are worthy to possess firearms under the law. I've chosen the firearms industry, and sort of that's, you know, people look at that and say, well, gee, you sold guns all your life. How could you be compassionate? Well, I am compassionate because it's two different issues. You know, they work together and they work apart. Perhaps down the road, in terms of other issues related to firearms, perhaps there's room and the ability for both sides to get together and talk.
So that was really the beginning of the gun shop project, and the idea that gun shops would provide materials to their customers and staff about suicide prevention and responsible firearm ownership. We've just begun the Wisconsin Gun Shop project this past year, and we have also included the Safe Gun Storage program. So our slogan, and we just developed it this week, is "Live today, put it away." And so we have two components to our program: the education for the gun shops to provide to their customers and staff about suicide prevention, and then the gun shop storage program. And this is where the gun shops throughout the state of Wisconsin, is our goal, will provide gun storage at their store for people that are in a crisis. It's a voluntary program. The idea is that it would be a temporary thing. So when the person has gotten past this incident, issue, crisis, that they can get their guns back. So why are we talking to you? Because we think you can really help us. We've started the program, but we have a lot of work to do. I want to show you our website, where we have the ability to, you can see the program. We have all these materials, and we're going to have materials in the back by Mark Flower, Chris Swift, and Susan Smeckle. So we've got a table back there, so you can get some of the materials. And if you can get a gun shop signed up, we'll put them on the map here. So the map shows the different counties so far that we have participating. So we've got the Essential Shooting Supply, Mark On Shooting, Max Creek Outdoors, and then some in the Washington County area. So we've got some of them covered, but we need a lot more help. So what can you do? Well, we're asking that we get at least 2 gun shop storage programs in each Wisconsin county. Then we'll have the entire state covered. This is similar to what Colorado has been doing in Washington State. So what we'd like you to do is visit your local gun shop or shooting range, tell them about the program. I think you'll find that a lot of them are interested and willing to do this, because they may have had an incident as well where someone's bought a firearm and then killed themselves shortly after buying it. Ask them to participate and provide education materials, and whether they would provide gun storage for someone in a crisis. And if they don't want to do it right away, call them back and see if they'll try again. And also, if they are interested, want more information, give them our number at 414-955-8910, or have them visit the website. So do your best to sign up at least 2 gun shops in your county. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening, and enjoy your conference.